Good morning. Today we're going to go through how you can navigate CUHired. CUHired is our career services management system that allows you to be able to do the following: set up your profile, upload and store documents that are necessary when applying for jobs, search for jobs, submit applications to employers, and much more. Today you're going to know, after today's presentation, you will be able to log into your account, use the home page to its fullest extent, set up your account and profile, add documents like your resume, covers letter, etc., find helpful documents and information, schedule a career counseling appointment, and search for job opportunities. First, you will go to CUHired. I've put the website address at the top. It's going to ask you what kind of user you are. You'll log in. Your username is the same as your account without the email.campbell.edu. So you're using the same username and Blackboard passwords. We're going to start by going down the left-hand side of your profile page. We will skip past the jobs and internships and return to that at the end. We're going to start with your profile. Your profile page on CUHired is much like your LinkedIn profile. You should treat it just like that. The employers on CUHired will see this page and it can make an impact for you. So I would suggest filling it out completely and professionally as possible. You're going to add your major, your grad year, work experience, a profile pic, contact information, and please complete it. Don't stop halfway through. Your profile pic should be professional. It should not include animals. It should not include others. It should be a clear picture of your face. Next, we're going to talk about how do you upload your documents. Select Documents, Add New. You want to be able to easily find your resume, so label it something you can find. You're going to probably update your resume after a semester. So if you're going to do this, appropriate one for now would be Resume Fall 2020 or something like that. And even if you want to put your name at the beginning of that. So you select your resume, it will ask you to download it, and then you're going to need to realize that your first resume you do on CUHired, if you've not used CUHired in the past, your first resume, cover letter, writing sample, transcript, whatever that may be, is going to have to be approved by me, and it will actually automatically notify me, so you don't have to worry about that. I usually get those back within 24 to 48 hours of when you submit those. After that, it will allow you to go ahead and input and update other resumes, but you just need to realize that you have to set it as your default. So please make sure when you're taking off old ones and adding new ones to set the new one as your default. Next, we're going to go through how do you set a counseling appointment. I will give you a preface with this. I use Calendly. I'm going to get to that at the end for that information. That is real-time, up-to-date schedule for me. So if you're going to schedule through CUHired, no problem at all. Just realize if you're trying to do it for the next day or really quickly, you might need to use my Calendly link, because this is not going to be updated automatically. So if you're talking about a week out, this would be useful. If not, use my Calendly link to do it. You will click Counseling Appointment and then Request New Appointment. You're going to select the time you want and the date range. It's going to ask you for a location. My office room is 221 at F in the Lundy-Fetterman building, so that's why that comes up that way. And then, of course, my name will be the counselor, and you can pick the dates of the week that you're available at your availability, so that you can look at those days and see what times are available. You're going to pick When you do that, it's going to give you a list of the times that I'm available, whether it's 60 minutes or 30-minute intervals, and you can select the time. You click on my name, and it's going to ask you to confirm the appointment with me in my office on a certain date at a certain time, what we're going to cover there, and if you have any notes that you need me to understand before our meeting so I can prepare, you need to put that in there. And then you'll submit your request and it will come to me, and then I can figure out if that matches. You won't get anything back. If it doesn't, I will work with you, reach out to you to select another time for your appointment. Okay, next is the CUHired resources. This is kind of really fun stuff to understand if career searching can be fun. The Career Explorer is used to give you information about popular careers and leading industries. So that's just going to give you some information about, you know, what you can be, I mean, even if you selected a major, what's available in that major. Let's look at that a little further. So it's under resources. It's called the Career Explorer. It gives you the popular careers on the left, leading industries on the right. I just clicked on government, and under government it shows you the projected growth and salary information for certain jobs in that industries, as well as the desired knowledge and skills and education you would need. It looks like a postmaster doesn't have such a bad gig, right? Next is the Career Finder, and this is actually just going to be a tool for you to use to explore some other options. And if you've been with Miss Green and had her personality test with student success, it's much like that. It is just a tool, and you're going to answer some short questions, and you're just off the cuff answering these questions, and it may point you to a career that you haven't thought about. So I'd recommend that. It's about 60 questions, so it might take you a little while, but if you do it quickly and work through it, and just to see what turns out, that's an interesting thing you could do. Other resource there, it's very important, is our document library. You're going to click under resources at the document library. It comes up, and it will show you all the results that are in the document library. But it will give you helpful tips with videos and topics of things like resume examples, LinkedIn setup, networking, how to handle a career fair, interviewing tips. So what you'll do, for example, if you wanted to look up resume tips, you're going to just put in a few keywords, resume sample. Because we are the business school, I try to tag all of the business school information with business first. So if you want to look up business, you could see that pretty quickly, what I've suggested. There's nothing wrong with any of the other things here, but we do recommend that you use our business resume sample because it is a very concise, clear, conservative format for business employers that they like to see. It's very neat and clean, bulleted out, so you can see that there and what you should focus on. My account. This is where you're going to update your personal and academic information, and you can also set your privacy and email notifications. Under the My Account personal settings, you will see that you have a long list of status, picture, your preferred name, your last name, your email address, phone number, all the things that are personal to you. You can all update that there. Then under the academic tab, it will ask you what you are, a student, an alum, what your degree is, your graduation date, majors, GPA, something about your GPA. If that changes from semester to semester, you do need to update that, to remember to update that every time, because If your resume doesn't agree with what's here on CUHired, because it will be on your profile page, an employer might get confused or think you're not being upfront. So you'll need to make sure you update the GPA there every semester like you would your resume. It's just a good habit to go through that anyway each semester, just to make sure you haven't changed your email address, or you changed to a new apartment and you have a new mailing address. So just be mindful of that. Privacy is just where you can just make your choices about whether you want to receive email notifications about job alerts. If you want to be included in resume books, which you would if we're pulling for a particular employer and they want to see everyone that's eligible for a certain job, you would want to make yourself available for me to be able to pull your resume into there. And you get your text alerts, of course, as well there. And the email and notifications, same thing. If you want to be notified with employment opportunities, upcoming events, news, things like that, this is where you would adjust those as well. If you feel like you're getting too many emails, you just go in here and you click yourself off of there, and it's not a problem. The last thing we're going to cover is the jobs and internship search. To be clear, the jobs and internship positions that are available on CUHired, many of them are directly from an employer. They have asked us to put that on the site when a position comes available, and we approve those and send them through. Some of the jobs are curated. That means that we have a system that it puts jobs in there, and we get to review to see if we think our students would be interested in those type of jobs. So those are really a lot of jobs that are nationwide, and that's just at your, if you prefer not to be far away, or you can actually put in the mileage of the location, then that's all here for you to do. You're going to choose whether you want part-time internship or full-time employment. And then, of course, there's other things. We have projects, social projects on campus. PGM has their own golf internship that they do, so they can sort through those pretty quickly. You can go by industry. You can say I want to be in accounting or finance or any of the available sort words there. And under my filters, you can exclude certain things, like if you aren't interested in a nationwide job, if you what major you are, and all those different things there. You can say anything that's coming up pretty quickly that the job posting's about to expire and you want to make sure you get on it, you can get these all at that point. Once you all have picked those out, and if you decide to apply for those through CUHired, the My Job Applications tab will show you what you have actually applied for. If you forgot what you did, or you need to refresh your mind that, yeah, I applied for 6 jobs yesterday and I need to make sure that was the right thing to do, or I need to review that again and make sure that was where I really wanted to be. The last thing there is that the extended job search will take you to a site called network.experience.com. It is a job board. It's not one of the top 15 job boards, and I have included those here on this page as well. So Indeed, Glassdoor, LinkedIn, Google, Monster, ZipRecruiter, and it goes on and on. Just know that there are plenty of job sites. Many of them get the same information. Many of them will have the same jobs listed on there because they just go out to various job sites to advertise their jobs. So just know that, but there are more past the one that is offered there on CUHired. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me or schedule an appointment either through CUHired or with my Calendly link here, and I'll be glad to assist you. I hope you have a great day. Thanks.